Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of DIPSTICK'S Car Reviews, a show about the everyday consumer car and my unprofessional opinion on them. Sorry for the long pause between videos, holidays have been crazy, Happy New Year by the way. But anyway, let's get right into it. Today we're doing the 2017 Honda Civic SI. Alright, so like I said before, this is the 2017 Honda Civic SI, and it comes in 9 different trim levels, okay? And I'm not going to try and remember all of them for you, so I'm going to cheat. Here we go. You get the LX, the LXP, the EX, Sport, EXL, SI, Touring, Sport Touring, and the Type R. You got a lot of flavors to choose from, so if you can't find one you like, just go. Just get out of here. Okay, so moving up to the front end of the SI, this thing looks phenomenal. From the SI badges to the projector headlights, LED running lights, lower end splitter, vents, whole 9 yards. You step back and take this thing in and it looks phenomenal. So moving to the side of the 2017 SI, you're gonna get 18-inch aluminum alloy wheels. You're gonna get a chrome runner up here on your windows. You're gonna get a sunroof, a shark fin antenna, and on the passenger side mirror, you're gonna get a blind spot camera to make sure there's no one in your blind spot before you change lanes and you don't look over your shoulder. Moving to the rear end of the SI, it's almost as aggressive looking as the front end with this nice spoiler you got here, some McLaren looking taillights, a single chrome tip exhaust for that sporty look, and another SI badge to top the whole thing off. Moving to the interior, you get automatic windows in the front, mirror adjusters and trunk release on the door. Moving to the seats, you get these really nice bucket seat with red stitching and an SI badge on the top that just makes it look that much better. Moving to the center console, you get a 6-speed manual transmission, sport mode button, electric parking brake, which I'm not too hot about. You get a touchscreen monitor that controls your radio and climate control. Moving to the steering wheel, you get a nice leather wrapped steering wheel with that same red stitching as the bucket seats, cruise control, audio control, and Bluetooth controls. And then the fun button on the dash for when you want to get squirrely. And one of the things I really like about the front interior of the SI is how they designed the digital tack cluster. It's not too distracting, but I think it just looks really crisp and clean. Moving into the back seat, you get cubby space in the doors, a fold-out armrest and cup holder, a 60-40 split for the seats for added storage in the trunk, and believe it or not, quite a bit of leg and headroom. Even with me in the back seat. I'm 6'3". And in the trunk, yes, there's plenty of room for your inappropriate Honda hobbies, but check this out. Honda also gives you an oil funnel and an air compressor. How cool is that? Alright, so back in 2017, MSRP for this vehicle was $24,000. But now, depending on how many miles or where you get it, you might be able to get a couple $1,000s off that price, being that this car is still pretty new. Alright, so moving into the interior of the 2017 SI and all the basic components you get with it, it's gonna come standard with everything from 2017. Backup camera, climate control, dual climate control, heated seats, leather wrapped steering wheel, Bluetooth hookups. It's got Apple Car something. What's that called?
Apple CarPlay.
Apple CarPlay. So you can literally hook your phone up to it and syncs all your messages and satellite navigation, music, whatnot to the car radio. Basically, you're gonna be decked out and everything's gonna be fine. But here's some of the cool things that I like to see in cars like this. If you watch my Chrysler 200 video, the same basic setup is used in the Honda Civic SI. It's got a cubby underneath down here for miscellaneous items, chargers. It's got a USB hookup, cup holders here. Everything in this center console dash area will slide and move to kind of fit your needs and what you got. So like right here, if you were to take all this and slide this forward, you got like a 2-foot deep cup holder for like your 40s or something, all right? And that's it. That's what I like about it. All right, so we are cruising in, like I've said 1,000 times before, the 2017 Honda Civic SI. And this thing is a blast, okay? It only comes equipped with a 6-speed manual gearbox, which is always fun to drive. All these little basic, little fun components, like the heads-up display up here on your dash, you can change that to be kind of whatever you want. Between a rev counter, it's kind of like a Formula One looking light that goes from green to yellow to red to tell you when to frickin' change a gear. You can throw it into your G-force, so you can go into there, tell you how many G's you're pulling around a corner. All these fun little gizmos and gadgets. It just makes your commute that much more fun. The throttle response is great. The steering is tight. The suspension is even better. It's got adaptive dampeners on it. So say you throw it into sport mode, everything's gonna tighten up and you're gonna be able to corner and feel that road that much more. And I really like that feature about that. What I do not like, now this is one of the things that just kind of throws me off, and this is really the only thing I've found that I don't necessarily enjoy about this car, is the electric parking brake. I don't feel the need to be in a sports car that's front wheel drive and making a lot of torque and I can't freaking pull an e-brake. Like, come on, that takes half the fun out of it. And then another thing is learning how to work the dang parking brake. It's like, is it up, on, down, off? I don't know. It's just on and off. I don't remember. And then God forbid you forget to set the thing or something, the car starts rolling away. Jesus. So yes, electric parking brake sucks. All right, it's time to learn about the stats of the 2017 Honda Civic SI as I send you over to Chris's Corner. Hello everyone, welcome back to Chris's Corner. Hey Chris, how you doing? Doing good, Chris. How about you, man? Happy New Year, by the way. Thanks, buddy. Happy New Year's to you too. So you're driving another freaking Honda? What's wrong with Hondas? Okay, for one, it's got a weird looking spoiler on the back, and two, it's front wheel drive. Okay, but it still makes a good amount of power, a good amount of torque, and it's fun as hell to drive. Oh, so you're turning into a Honda guy now. Next thing I know, you're going to be tailgating everybody and riding the rev limiter. What's next? You going to put a fart can exhaust on it? No. This one's an SI. It's classy. Okay? Whatever you say, man. Can you just do the damn stats so we can move on with our freaking lives? Let's begin. The 2017 Honda Civic SI has an Earthdream 1.5-liter turboed inline four-cylinder, which produces 205 horsepower and 192 foot-pounds of torque. It'll do 0 to 60 in 6.8 seconds and has a top speed of 130 miles an hour, weighing in at 2,889 pounds. Has a fuel economy 28 city, 38 highway. Back to you, Chris. Thanks, Chris. Damn. All right. So, in sport mode, 205 horsepower and 192 foot-pounds of torque. Doing a power check. Ready? Okay, we're kind of cruising at 55 right now, so maybe I'll stop and do it again, and then we'll go over that again. So, hold, please. All right, we're back with the power check. 0 to 60 or until I feel like really it's too dangerous, and plus it's not my car, so hopefully Randy doesn't kill me. Anyway, ready, set, go. Ooh. Yeah. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. And that second gear change, man, I just wanted to go. It even chirped him a little bit on that second gear change. And I've seen that a lot on these things, man. When people start dragging these, I've noticed, if you watch a lot of videos on the SI, throw it in the second gear, you always hear a chirp because it's just that torquey.
That's with traction control on.
Yeah, that's with traction control on. I wonder what it's like off. I don't want to try it. All right, so honest thoughts. It's a really fun car, and it gets good gas mileage. It makes power, torquey, fun. You get all these little components and whatnot to play around with while you're driving. Kind of distracting, but it's still pretty fun. What do you got, Randy? It's Randy. This is Randy, by the way. If you can't see him, hi,
hello.
say hello. This is his car, and he loves it. So I think if chime in, everybody. What do you got?
I do really like the car. The only thing that I would have to say is, like Chris pointed out, the electronic e-brake sucks. I feel like it should just be manual, raw components instead of electronic. And then some of the gizmos, like the right-hand side blind side camera, can get distracting when it pops up on your display, stuff like that. And then if you get caught up with your phone on the display, it can get a little distracting because you are driving a car that has no front-end alarm system like the other Civics that let you know that you're about to crash or anything like that. So you really got to pay attention. You can't be messing around.
Damn, yeah, that's some good points. I mean, you have to be in it. And I mean, I feel, yeah, you could get really distracted, like you said, with, the displays up here and playing with your phone and stuff. And, yeah, I think you nailed it right on the head, man. There's some things that you could get distracted with, but as long as you're
a good driver, you don't have to worry about that.
As long as you're not being dumb and you're a safe driver, you'll be all right. All right. How's the sound system in this thing?
Oh,
Is
it's
it
great.
decent? Let's pump some fucking
Put
tunes,
some music
man.
on.
Stock sound system in the SI. Let's do it.
That's just all he know, he don't know nothing else. I tried to show him. He did. Man, I'm going in.
So Chris was just experimenting with the sport mode.
Yeah. As soon as you push that button, you definitely feel a difference in how much that turbo is actually putting out. And it does what, like a 3 or 4 pound difference in the pressure between
Yeah, it's like
modes?
14 or 15 normal max,
Yeah.
and then it boosted up to 17 or 18. And then the turbo can handle up to 20 pounds.
Damn.
But they turn it down a little bit so you don't blow up your engine.
It's pretty impressive. So the 2017 SI might not be the fastest car on the road, but you'll definitely have a blast driving to work every day. So again, thank you all very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Blooper reel. Oh, that's only 9 too. Okay. With black and metal like mix there. That sucked. I'm gonna do that again. On a Civic SI, you're gonna get stock what do you call that? Black and metallic. Pump some tunes.
And then another thing I do like.
Oh, dog, had a purple. Better. Okay. Getting tongue tied. See if anybody's in your blind spot before you change lanes.
Fucking engine brake real quick.
Small dick problems. What? Did I say that out loud? This is hard being hungover. My brain's not working. Bye.